is going on, guys? My name is cosmovsgoku, and this is
TwstdFlaems.
We are back. Thank you so much for joining us for our episode 2 commentary. There we go. Worked it out.
Sure.
Hope you enjoyed last time. Thank you so much for joining us for this one. Just wanted to pick up a couple of things I neglected to mention last time.
Okay. Pick them up.
Kakashi gives everyone nicknames,
Yes.
and we never provided any insight into that.
No. We did not.
So did you want to provide the context?
Yeah,
or
so
what?
basically he named everyone. Obviously, Naruto gets Obito after Obito. Sakura gets Rin after Rin. And Sasuke gets Ketchup because he is the source of all the problems.
Yeah. And
That's
also...
literally the entire premise of that. And that just became the kicking off point that it was.
Yeah. And also people used to call Sasuke Saucy all the time on forums when the series was in serialization.
Yes.
Also, we never talked last time about why... I said I was going to come back to it, and we never did. Why Inari never had any lines scripted for him.
I can't remember why.
Because at that time we hadn't cast Izzy.
Yes.
So at the time we didn't know that ShyGhost could do a pitch-perfect Mona Marshall Izzy impression.
Prodigious!
And of course, anyone who's watched or had any experience with the dub of Naruto knows that Inari has Izzy's voice. So as soon as we cast ShyGhost as Izzy, we realized, okay, cool, we can do this for an episode that released months ago.
Pretty much, that's exactly what happened. But before that, I mean, yeah, it was just one of those things where we did have dialogue planned.
Yeah.
And we did have a whole bunch of ad-lib stuff that I had done.
Yep.
Doing the whole Rick and Morty thing that we just never put in because this is the first episode we cut in half.
This one now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So into the whole schematics of everything, we have a lot of episodes that get cut in half purely because they are too many pages. The script is too long, and there's not enough that we can cut out of the scripting to make the episode into a more digestible size. Because we don't really want to go over 20 minutes-ish on a YouTube video, generally speaking. So as a result, as opposed to doing 40-minute episodes, we end up doing 2 20-minute episodes. This one's, just under 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And the other one's about the same. So, yeah, it's about finding that natural cutting off point. Otherwise, we end up with really long episodes, which is an issue we have down the road.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes of Shippuden, episode 0, episode 1, and episode 2 of Shippuden are all half an hour long.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
With no natural cutting point in the middle without messing the flow of the story and without actually butchering the entire script.
Yeah, and that's something we'll talk about more at the end of this episode when we talk about why it's split where it's split and how it tells a natural whole story on its own, which is a huge point of contention you and I had when we were doing episode 6, Search for Tsunade.
Yes.
But we'll come back to that at episode 6. In the meantime, it is time for the episode 2 episode commentary, The Forest of Death Abridged.
Yeah. Wait, what? Wrong one. Alright, let's kick it off.
Episode 2.
The following is a non-profit
I'm so glad that we fixed the writing, the colouring of the writing.
The fact that giving us border?
Yeah, it makes it work. And of course we have ShyGhost as Sakura Haruno doing the intro this time. Please don't sue us. The RVB radio sound.
And this is the opening to TFS, as well, the same thing that TFS used for episode 1 of DVD.
Yep.
A.
Some Rammstein, Taylor Swift, and then Ass and Titties, which was a Pythonixx contribution. Because I asked him what song would Naruto wake up to with an alarm clock, and he said Ass and Titties. So that's what happened. Our most low-key episode opening, I think.
Yeah.
It's just Naruto having breakfast.
Where is he?
You'll be here when he gets here, Naruto.
I want to
Still hate Sasuke's voice in this episode. This. Alrighty.
Naruto.
So, this isn't photoshopped. A lot of people thought that we photoshopped this.
No, this is just the bit from like the end of series.
So there's an episode in Late Shippuden, which was adapted from a Marque chapter, I believe, where Kishi, I think it might have actually been attached to the last.
Yeah, okay.
Where Kishi finally revealed Kakashi's face. And it's this whole thing where Kakashi's a ninja photographer and stuff like that, which we'll get back into in a minute. But it was really, really important to me that we didn't keep the mystery going because it was so unnecessary to keep the mystery going.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Episode 2, here's Kakashi's face. He's got a mole. And, Mole. And we were kind of forced into having to put it here because of Sakura's hair.
Because of the length of her hair?
Yeah. Later this episode, she cuts it, so we had to put it here. Otherwise, we're going to have to try and work it into a flashback later.
Yeah.
There's also a major continuity error here.
Which is?
In the last shot, they were on a bridge.
Oh, yeah. They were, yeah.
So if I was...
They're under a bridge.
Yeah.
Too many bridges.
Those damn ninja bridges.
Yeah.
So if we were to remake this scene now, I would cut out Kakashi and put him in a more appropriate...
Location.
Yeah, location.
Yeah.
Okay then, Sakura. She's so kind to me. She likes me.
Not likely.
The only time Kakashi's had lip flap so far.
Time.
I didn't want to come.
Oh.
Because I hate all.
And that was that I didn't want to come that we resampled from last episode.
You
Yep.
were reading those dirty books again, weren't you?
Not today, Obito. I've enrolled you all in the Journeyman.
Oh, here's something you
I know
suggested.
both completed one mission
Coming
with
up.
me, but I'm honestly sick of all of you.
And the uphold crow?
Fucking love that.
Smut and doubling as a ninja photographer.
Tuning exam.
Ninja photographer?
Right. What's a tuning?
I'm sure you've all seen the ninja not yet introduced, wandering.
Oh, yeah, this bit, yeah.
I know, right?
So can you talk us through that, please?
We were planning to do like a couple little cuts to like the ninja that had been introduced, but it was just like we're doing it for the obligation of doing it, and it wasn't lending itself to anything further in the episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't remember how we got onto the conversation. Like, well, all those grass ninja are already dead at this stage, are they?
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just put them as one of the cutaways to what the ninjas that showed up in the village?
Yeah.
And that's what that came from.
And then cut to Dosu with the whole...
I know, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Dosu Paul.
Yeah, and that was that whole thing, the Deathstroke, Deadpool, Dosu, and you just got to use your Deadpool characterization. And,
Yes.
You had a great time playing Dosu.
I did. I wish he was in the series more.
I feel like the sound getting themselves lent themselves to such interesting story opportunities, and they were just completely forgotten in favor of the whole Sound Village connection to Orochimaru being effectively disregarded for most of the series after the tuning exams.
Yeah, 100%.
And after Konoha Crush.
And it was also nice to have people with different abilities.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, realistically, if you look at the Konoha 9, you've got Sasuke, who at this stage is entirely fire and some taijutsu.
Yep.
Naruto, who's entirely taijutsu.
Yep.
Sakura, who really doesn't do a lot of anything, but what she does do is basic, like, kunai, shuriken, and taijutsu.
And genjutsu. At this point in the series, she was
The
touted
genjutsu
to be...
specialist.
Yeah.
But even then, she doesn't do any genjutsu.
No, it got dropped.
Inoshika Chao are all one note.
Yep.
Because it's just the shadow possession, the mind-body swap, and the human boulder.
Yep. Expansion jutsu. Expansion
The limited
jutsu!
expansion jutsu. Neji and Hinata, both taijutsu with the Byakugan.
There
Lee
is a lot of taijutsu. Yeah.
Lee is taijutsu.
Yeah.
Ten is weapons. Taijutsu.
Kenjutsu?
Kenjutsu swords. But she's basically the summoning scrolls
Yeah.
using weapons with taijutsu.
Yeah.
So
In the rare time she gets panel time.
So the only people that do anything different are the Inoshika Chao trio, which
Yeah.
realistically is only the Inoshika part of that.
Yeah.
Sasuke, Naruto, and then like Tamari and Gaara.
Kiba as well.
Kiba's just pure
kinda.
taijutsu though.
Shino? Shino does different
Shino's the
things.
bugs. I forgot about those two.
Yeah, but Shino is overpowered as fuck.
Shino is the one of the most powerful characters in Naruto. Full stop.
Yeah.
The fact that he beats Kankuro should have been no surprise.
Yeah.
Because the fact that he has Shino's actively nerfed himself.
Yeah.
There are certain bugs he hasn't taken into his body because he just doesn't want to use them. Because I think they actually destroy chakra.
Mm.
They actually destroy the chakra receptors in the body permanently and could kill someone. And he doesn't want to use them, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
But even just like the bugs he's got are mostly chakra draining ones or locating ones. So he can find people and he can just sap all their chakra without any issue. That's how he beat Kankuro.
Yeah.
And then get them into joints and stuff like that to like mess with that sort of stuff. Like he's actually broken powerful. I don't think if outside of a straight taijutsu fight, if they get any prep time, Shino wins.
Yeah, Shino is Batman.
In a one-on-one, bet on Shino.
Yeah. Shino is Batman.
Yeah.
Can beat anyone with prep.
Yep.
To that note, or should we talk about Shino in Sasuke Retrieval when we get to Sasuke Retrieval?
Like the fact we don't do anything with him.
More to the point, Sasuke Retrieval wouldn't have failed if Shino had been on the mission.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100% Shino being on that mission would have guaranteed success.
Yeah. So yeah, always bet on Shino.
100%. He's never lost a fight.
No, he hasn't.
He's never lost a fight in the entire series. Granted, he's only had like one fight.
Yeah.
But he never loses a fight, and he like walked away from the Kankuro fight.
And Shino as well. Shino is, for such a tangent, is for the Naruto universe what Hawkeye is to the Avengers. The Avengers never lose when Hawkeye's on the team. The only time the Avengers lost was in Infinity War when Hawkeye was on his farm.
Yep.
This is a fucking stretch, but I had to acknowledge it.
They're here to partake in the tuning exam, which I expect
Also, like,
you to excel.
Naruto doesn't know what the
Get
fuck a
paid
tuning
my
is.
training commission if you all leave my care as your teacher. If you head to the Ninja Academy in room 301, you'll find the first part of your examination.
So that line of Kakashi's, and it comes up a little bit throughout the series, is a hangover from this original idea we had for Kakashi where he would be obsessed with wanting to get paid.
Yep.
I don't know how much you remember about this. Like, you've recorded all those lines, but it was just a characterization trait that we dropped in the edit. So there's a few lines here or there about...
just him wanting to... him doing everything just to get paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he was a train... Well, realistically, the only, like, he didn't enjoy... He kept failing... Like, canonically,
yeah.
all he did was fail students.
Yeah.
That's like... he's known as the guy who fails students. Like, it's one of the... I'm pretty sure in the original series, there's a whole thing of like, oh, who's been assigned to this team? Oh, it's Kakashi. Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not good. And they're the first team that Kakashi has ever passed.
Yeah. Which is a huge part of their character dynamic.
Yeah. So, yeah, that whole him only doing it for money made sense at that level. Because, like, why else would you do it? It's like, you're going to get paid to go on... Like, you're either going to go on missions or you're going to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Why the hell would Kakashi be a teacher as, like, an S-rank ninja?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Also, it doesn't actually make any sense for Kakashi to be a trainer.
Yeah.
With how powerful he is.
In the Kakashi Anbu filler arc, which we've actually drafted.
Yeah.
I've actually drafted up that script. It's just sitting there in a notebook somewhere at home. But it has been drafted. And in that Kakashi, in that arc, like officially in that arc, Kakashi was made a trainer to lead a squad, if memory serves, to give him something to do outside of being an Anbu.
Okay.
And it was actually a really nice way of doing it.
So like to bring him back to Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm remembering correctly. But yeah. I've only seen that arc once though, so...
Yeah, fair. I wonder how much, if any, Kishimoto had as far as input.
I don't know. Probably none because it was filler, but...
Some filler, there's some filler that's covered, like the Logtown stuff in One Piece tangent. Logtown in One Piece is technically all canon.
That's right. I remember you telling me about
this. But it's filler
this.
because his editor pushed him to get to the Grand Line by chapter 100.
Yep.
They make chapter 100 the chapter where they go into the Grand Line.
Yeah.
So the Daddy Father or like Daddy Mathers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Daddy Mathers and the Cook Off and stuff like that were all cut for time.
Yeah. But it all...
But it and look like that's how Usopp, because it basically went from them arriving and then suddenly Usopp's got goggles and they've got this elephant tuna.
Yeah.
But that stuff was all covered a lot better in the anime.
Yeah.
They're strong.
First appearance of Rock Lee.
should be.
Yeah.
Pathetic. You should crawl on your
Also
head.
picking up the fuck you,
Listen
1010.
up. Entering this room
the-
is called Tune In. We're the best of the best.
So it was by the time we got to this scene that we had cast ShyGhost as Izzy, because she's playing Izumo with the Izzy voice.
Yeah.
301. The only best of the best of you are is the best of being an
Also, why was Sakura so off-model there?
Who knows?
No! This is not the time for a fair fight! Save it for the forest of death!
Fucking love her.
What?
It's lovely.
I love this thing we've got. Pause.
Yes, give me a sec.
on the beach.
We introduced this mechanic for Rock Lee, which was the full naming
Yep.
thing. And it was just this... We just did it to be a character trait for him.
Yep.
That was fun.
And it worked. And I love this whole delivery and this whole scene between Lee and Sakura. And ShyGhost's portrayal of like, what the fuck, who is this guy? Versus what is actually a really, really sweet date idea being put forward by Lee, is played by Chris Dowling. It's such a really nice scene. And we kind of lean into bitch Sakura here a little bit, but it's also like, I really, really love this dynamic that we set up with Lee. Like, he tries to be nice.
It is
He
a
tries
dynamic
to...
entry.
Walked into that. Yeah, straight into that. And then Lee just becomes this antagonist for the kind of like antagonist for next scene, and then he comes back, and then but it adds some nice shades to Lee's character, and I really like it.
No, for sure.
Followed by a picnic in a flower meadow before hot chocolate with marshmallows, after which we can engage in a
I
fearless
love that
training
someone
I
freaking took me on that day.
Right?
rather take a cheese grater to my face.
battle. I would still love you until the day I die. Nice guy pose.
Come on,
I think Nice Guy Pose was actually an improv.
Might have been.
Lee, are you coming? No.
First line of
I will tell
Neji's.
you shortly.
I'm so glad.
Still no 10-10 line.
Being in the tune-in
Yeah,
is
yeah.
okay.
Hey,
Fuck
man
that.
with the fan on his back. Fight me.
It's actually a whirlpool, not a fan. I presume
Still an
it's
early
because
hangover
of
from
the
Naruto being more of a
surname
smartass,
and the
more than
bloody red
being
box of the Uzumaki
dumb.
clan.
Yeah.
Not you, Naruto Uzumaki. I'm challenging Sasuke Uchiha to a fight. If I win, Sakura Haruno has to go on a romantic sushi train date with me. If I
Fuck,
lose,
what a sushi
Sakura
train.
Haruno must nurse me back to health.
That's fine by me.
Damn it, Sasuke!
Wait, you went from calling him that guy with
Forgot about that edit.
Yeah.
by his full name? What?
What?
Bring it.
Here
I
it
just love the
goes.
way Pythonixx said, what?
Sharingan!
He really is a member of the Uchiha clan.
Oh shit, that's his name.
Yeah, that bothers me. Like, in hindsight, like, why do we do that? Incoming for one of my favorite characters,
That's enough.
Ningame. But also,
At least let me witness your primary lotus for myself, Lee.
Yes.
Hey, you three! How's Kakashi doing?
This is actually a really weird scene when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like in the canon,
Yeah, it is,
where
yeah.
Lee just goes to use primary lotus. But then later, he's like, oh, this has been forbidden. And he gets told he's allowed to do it.
yeah.
It's
Come on,
pretty
Team
weird.
7. Let's go.
Also,
to
guys
the
just showing up
and we'll
randomly
do as a team.
and leaving.
What do you mean by that?
That is also this is also the last thing they do as Team 7, the Forest of Death.
Yes.
I just want to touch on Guy Sensei for a minute, because as everyone knows by now, NPC plays Guy Sensei. Not the original casting choice.
Who was?
So the original cast, originally we offered the role to the guy that played Ling Yao in Greeling when we did Full Metal Alchemist all those years ago.
Yeah.
Because one of his favorite characters in the entire franchise is Guy Sensei, and I wanted to give that to him. But then he, in the end, of course, made the decision not to proceed, and that's cool. I have no ill will whatsoever. And we were like, fuck, what do we do about Guy Sensei? So I contacted NPC, and we're like, eh? And now...
It was not a role I volunteered to take.
No, it wasn't. And then he took Guy Sensei to heights I never anticipated we'd go with the character.
Yeah.
And he's one of the favorite performances that any cast member gives as voted among the cast. So
100%.
we're about to meet Ino and Shikamaru and Choji. And
What a drag.
and Kabuto. And I really like what we do with Kabuto in this scene.
No ninja info cards, but still.
Well, we set up his backstory. So I really like that.
And also didn't do the ninja info cards because there's nothing else we could have done with that.
Yeah, we make reference to it at the post-credit scene for this episode, but that's it.
You guys are here too. What a drag.
What's up? Sup, bitches?
I forgot about that. So originally the idea was like Kiba was going to talk in like 90s slang.
Are you here?
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
My name is Kabuto Yakushi, named from...
I love how NPC plays Kabuto.
Kabuto and democracy. There's
And of course,
something
Twitch plays Pokemon reference.
The way it slithers up in the shadows.
And there's just, when the eye expands, there's one frame of color in that flashback.
Everybody sit down.
And the pirate scene.
Yeah.
A written exam.
Because Ibiki is never in this series again.
Oh, he is, but we don't use him.
He's barely in the rest of the series.
Yeah.
And be sentenced to a life of
He does look like a pirate, though.
Oh, yeah.
Uninteresting civilian.
I just love how he got through this, like,
Ye may leave now
through.
and attempt the Chunin exams at a later time.
great compression of time.
Let's do it.
That's that line I mentioned.
Who is this girl?
I love Pythonixx delivery. That was that Hinata line I mentioned that we resampled a lot from
Yeah.
episode 1.
In the face of danger. Now, with that being said, ye have all...
Nowadays, I'd probably Photoshop random anime characters into the seats.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
To the side of the second test. Come on.
Ino's, sorry, not Ino, Unko's one appearance,
Otherwise known
Yep.
as the Forbidden Forest. In here, you'll find the true meaning of fear.
and we make Harry Potter references here with the
Giants,
Forbidden Forest.
possibly a wizard, and definitely a snake. Fuck off, Orochimaru.
And I love that she recognizes Orochimaru because of course she
He
would.
doesn't look that different.
It's his outfit and he's got the tongue
He
thing
uses
going
all
on.
the snake techniques.
Yeah.
And the Sharingan.
Like, the first time I actually watched this, I couldn't tell the difference between the face he peeled off and the face that he was.
Really?
Because it was basically the same, because the outfit doesn't change.
Yeah.
And the outfit's very Orochimaru.
Yeah.
He, like, keeps that outfit for ages.
Yeah.
Because it's the same outfit that he wears during Konoha Crush.
Yeah, he wears the outfit everywhere.
Which I don't
Karin.
understand. Yeah, we decided to include this scene.
So, wait for the end of the scene
I'm
actually.
Sasuke Uchiha. And you?
I'm Karin.
Later.
So this scene is the first example of something that was really important to me that we do, is that if flashbacks happen in the series and we don't see them at that particular time, like this particular scene, which was revealed as part of Karin's backstory at the end of the Kage Summit, we include them.
Yeah.
Where they go.
I think our point was to just avoid doing unnecessary flashbacking.
Exactly. And we don't do like if we're going to do flashbacks, that's why we have the anthology episodes.
Yeah.
Like Itachi Shinden and episode 0, and that's all we've done.
That's all we've released so far.
That's all we've written, to be honest.
Didn't we have another one we were doing?
Yeah, the Kakashi Ambu stuff.
I thought we were doing Light and Darkness.
Yeah, Shinden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't include that. You said Kakashi.
Itachi Shinden
You
and...
didn't say Itachi.
Oh, I meant to say Itachi Shinden.
Yeah.
And then...
the Kakashi one, yeah, I know we were doing that.
and then
I thought we were
there's...
doing that, but yeah.
And then there's the
Rasengan?
yes. No,
If it was that, it'd be Room.
well, yeah.
Room! Tut!
The episode 0 includes Kakashi Garden, and that's where I got confused. Yeah. But yeah, being able to set up Karin here, it's just another one of those things where, as far as we're aware, this isn't something that other people may have necessarily thought of doing as part of their own content creation. And from this point forward, we start leading into what we can do and what we can bring to the series more, because a lot of other content creators in our own observations didn't get past the Land of Waves. They got a few episodes in and then stopped.
Yeah.
Hugely generalizing. I know Master and Vegeta got a lot
I
for.
was going to say, there's another group that I've seen that is in the their last episode was in the Chunin exam.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. But this...
They're up to here. Oh, they're up to the next episode, I think.
Yep. But so to include this was so important to me. And it's something that we kind of don't really have a chance to do for a while.
Yeah.
Again, after this, from memory. But it is nice to... And that's why we also do episode 0 of Shippuden. The pre-Shippuden Chunin exams there and then, rather than telling that story later. Because it's a nice...
Narrative flow.
Yeah, and it allows us to set up things for Shippuden and the way we wanted to tell the Shippuden story easier than coming in cold on episode 1.
Yeah. He also gives everyone else a bit more spotlight than
Yeah.
Naruto.
And like, I will talk about episode 0 at a later point.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
You are such a child.
Of course I am. I'm 12.
Fucking love
He should
that.
be way older though.
Yeah.
Failed the exam.
Where has little Naruto gotten himself to?
That is the biggest danger noodle I've ever seen.
I love that Naruto calls them danger noodles. Because that's very Pythonixx as well. I loved doing this. That was a very hard scene to make work.
Aren't you quite the feisty one?
Why is Orochimaru there? Is he there for Sasuke? Or is he there for Naruto?
I can't remember.
Because I know we have him say, where's Naruto? And then goes for Sasuke. I assume he was there for Sasuke.
But why would he be there for Naruto?
Who knows? Also, why choose the Chunin exams?
Yeah.
Why not, like, are you deliberately setting it up in a way so you don't have to have Kakashi there?
I think so. And we were talking about this before. Kakashi and Orochimaru shared one scene in the entire manga.
Yeah, but also, why not target Sasuke at his house?
Yeah, when he's got no one
You've
around.
gotten into the village.
Yeah, you're
Granted,
in the forest
like,
of death, and
you're able
Anko
to-
let you in.
You're also able to assume other people's identities very easily by the scene of things and
Yeah.
get past security. So, kill a random trader, take their face,
Yeah.
and then running. I'm pretty sure the bodies are also in the village for the grass nin.
Yeah, they are.
So that means Orochimaru got into Konoha.
Yep.
Do they have the detection stuff up at this stage?
Yeah, they would,
Is
yeah.
the sensory
Yeah.
people a thing? Obviously, it's better with Ino in control. It's one of the only things I know about Boruto.
Oh yeah, she becomes head of the
Sensory.
Yeah.
Like the Konoha 12 actually do really well for themselves.
Yeah.
Like they actually are all very accomplished. But like they have the sensory division. Orochimaru still got into the village.
Yeah. Make it make sense.
Same with all, like, I mean, even with Konoha Crush. Everyone got in.
Yeah.
There was no issue sneaking in. They're ninja. They sneak. That's what they do
Yeah.
when they're not wearing orange jumpsuits. But they sneak into places. How did all these things happen in Konoha in such quick succession? Because after discovering that Orochimaru was there,
Yeah.
security should have been ramped up for the second phase of the Chunin exams.
In the prelims for us, which is episode 3, Orochimaru is just there without makeup on, basically.
Yeah.
It's him without the makeup design.
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like,
And we draw attention to that, and Kakashi's like,
what can you do?
I'm not going to get paid.
Yeah.
Was the tongue thing your idea? I feel like it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What tongue thing? This tongue thing. That was so hard to record because that's not individual sounds. That was...
Yeah.
Second, I'm here.
Yay! Same audio file though, isn't it?
Yeah, Pythonixx has only recorded that once.
Yeah.
You okay, scaredy cat?
What on Ninja World is a cat?
So I wanted to include the scaredy cat line because it had relevance at that point in the story.
Yeah.
But then we removed all other relevance to it.
Yeah.
It was just...
You're about to find out what it's like to find a real ninja named Chia, and I'm not talking about Itachi.
Shout out to Future Trunks. First proper hand-to-hand combat we edited.
This scene has terrible animation though.
You actually
Like the
It's nicely animated, it's the art that's weird.
Your use of the Sharingan is almost as good.
That's not
as
Itachi.
Itachi.
No,
That's barely
Zabuza.
Itachi. Yeah.
That's Zabuza with the fucking Sharingan.
You one better. Why is Itachi?
Itachi's my daddy. So, little
Infinity War
Sasuke.
reference.
That still looks uncomfortable.
Hey, I just met you.
I don't know why I thought this was a good idea.
Crazy, but here's my curse.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And it hasn't aged well at all. It's very... What do the kids say? This is cringe. Is that what the kids say?
That was cringe.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck 'em all.
Daddy.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen if we would edit this
Yeah.
scene now. It's just uncomfortable now. I don't know why I thought it was going to
Also, how does that work?
It's because... I bet you didn't know he could go through wood.
No, like how does he actually do that? How does he like? Because that's a wood jutsu effectively,
Yeah!
which would indicate he has Hashirama cells already.
I mean, he would at this point in the story because of Yamato.
Yeah, but if he's already been able to incorporate that into his techniques, why does he need anything else?
That's a lack of foresight and planning by Kishi, I think. More than anything else.
Yeah.
Love this scream of Sasuke's.
This is unprecedented. The Sand siblings of Sana have already completed the second part of the Chunin exam.
My
Dosupul.
Yay.
Valentine.
The use of X-Gon given to you is an impolitebi inclusion.
Healing your
Nice.
wounds?
Who are you?
We're the ones who bring upon the strike of death on your life. The death stroke, if you will.
Not on my watch, Dasu Kinota. I'm next entry. I never did introduce myself, did I, Sakura Haruno?
Why does he have a squirrel?
CrossFit apprentice.
I actually don't remember. It was a weird.
He just shows up with it.
Yeah.
What?
And then we just named it Elvin and made a Cartman reference.
Shadow of the Dancing Leaf.
Who in the what now?
I forgot that you said that. Those bandages noises were like a medkit sound effect from Fortnite or something.
Made it. You saved your teammate. That's commendable, Zaku Abumi. If
Also,
you
Zaku
hadn't
looks like
fought
Yamato.
the Soil Dosu
Yeah.
Kyoto would have died. I like your style. I'll fight you next.
Oh, my turn. Papa, can you hear me?
This caused
I'm gonna kill a
complications with
ninja.
editing.
Someone's gonna
Did it?
die.
The sound mix.
I'm super
So I wanted to get the feeling of the,
Someone's gonna kill.
um,
I'm gonna kill one ninja.
the,
Staticky noise.
static and this,
Yeah, I wanna kill a ninja.
not really knowing, like,
A ninja.
I've lost the word.
Okay, da.
Discombobulation,
Oh, yeah,
maybe? But like, disorientation, that's it. But how do you do that when it's very clearly staticky on the screen, but it's wavy like it's underwater? So it's static and wave and underwater, and it just gave this really almost sickening feel to that,
Yeah.
and it worked so well. I was so happy.
I've had enough watching you.
Sakura's
use this
big moment in part one.
guy. I've stood around long enough. It's time for me to defend myself.
Beautiful delivery from ShyGhost.
And one of my favorite improvs is coming up as well.
Yep.
You know, you okay watching this?
I've heard you like Sasuke too.
That's not true.
This is
Unless
so
you
dumb
do.
motivation.
In that case, I
Yeah.
don't like him as well, man.
I am not surprised people thought that they were gay.
I don't.
Like,
Then I don't either,
this-
bro. I heard
the way that they're written, like, I know that they're written as friends,
Yeah.
and really, really close friends, and sisters, but this thing is so...
Did we just fail the Bechdel test?
Yeah.
No, I don't care. Not my friend.
Hashtag not my friend.
But it's so, like, it's so easily misconstrued to be something that it totally isn't, and we had so much fun playing into that.
Yeah.
And of course, implied by his kin.
One thing that you
At this stage, your entire female cast is
I do like Sasuke. In fact, one day I'm going to husband that ungrateful bastard. But mark my words, the only man, woman,
I love
or
how
persona
Sakura's drawn
allowed
there.
to grab my hair and handle me like you are right now is Sasuke!
How did this have that much of an effect in the actual scene?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Like, how
But
did she fall backwards?
I loved, because I think, like, she was leveraging on the hair, and then just...
I guess.
That fist sound was the sound of Luffy's fist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I love that we play this scene seriously.
Straight, yeah.
Oh, God.
Improv coming up. I got bit by this pink-headed bitch! Wasn't improv.
Hey, who's the pig?
We planned this right from the start. This scene.
Yeah. 100%.
And the use of butterfly is so deliberate.
Yeah, setting up for the Sasuke retrieval.
Yeah, against Jirobo.
Yeah.
You know what they say. That sleeping in
This Sasuke line doesn't make any sense though.
Why would you risk awakening me from my slumber?
Also, I said Phoenix Flower Jutsu instead of flower. I don't know why.
Do you want to know my favorite thing about Sao?
Also, I fucked the sound mix with this. Like, it's very clearly sound of branches breaking to get the effect of bones.
Yeah.
But I didn't mix it properly, so it's very clearly trees. Also, I don't know why the Sasuke's Sakura is so quiet there.
Remember the sound of defeat when we hear it. Here, take a scroll. We will meet again.
First time we shit on Boruto.
Yeah.
Standard Naruto, always dreaming of a world that shouldn't and doesn't exist.
Ever.
By this point, we'd already decided we're not doing Boruto,
I was
by the way.
vehemently against doing Boruto.
Yeah. Don't expect a Boruto announcement from us. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
None of the cast want to do Boruto.
And we'll go through a door over there. See you inside.
We may do last.
Again,
I love that fucking picture for Sasuke.
Yeah, it had to be. It had to be. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this episode. I think this episode we learned so much from the production of episode 1. And I'll talk about it after the post-credit scene.
All the information you desired regarding Kakashi Hatake's latest Genin team are all found on this ninja info card, Lord Orochimaru. Thank you, my loyal spy. I look forward to your next report, little Kabuto.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the episode, be sure to show your support by hitting the like button.
So that was it. Thank you, because that was a pain in the ass last time. Leaving that up. Just in terms of export.
Editing and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was episode 2. Zaku Ibumi. Why does Lee call him young Yamato? Because he looks like Yamato.
Yep.
So the idea when casting Zaku is, at that point in time, we already knew that we'd cast Hashirama. We already knew that Chris Stanley was going to play Hashirama, and we knew as a result he was going to play Yamato at the time. So he played Zaku as a young-sounding version of what his Yamato voice would have been.
Yes.
So I really, really like that we committed to that and went all in on that.
It has since changed.
In terms, excuse me, in terms of the end of the episode, let's talk about why we split it there. When it was being edited, so this episode, episode 3, like you mentioned before, was originally one episode.
Yes.
Covering from Naruto waking up to the end of Lee versus Gaara.
Mm-hmm.
And we split it here because when editing, we found it just came to a natural end point.
Yeah, it was just like a really good point, because that's the only way you can split something is if you have a really, you either need a really stupid split point.
Yep.
Like make it the punchline of a joke.
Yep.
Or you have to have a proper ending point. And this was a proper ending point.
When it comes to splitting episodes, that's a little bit why some later episodes are longer rather than being split. Is we need to be able to, in the split itself, tell a full beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, or if it doesn't make sense to be able to do that, then I burst into tears and we have a longer episode.
I think the best example of a joke ending something, like just having a hard stop point, is the first movie.
Yes.
Ninja Clash in the Land of Waves. Thunk. Land of Snow.
Yeah.
Just the thunk at the end.
Yeah.
And cut to credits.
I can't wait to talk more about that later.
We had like 4 endings planned for that.
But let's talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, this was episode 2. We learnt so much from the production of episode 1 when we went into episode 2. This was, we began to use sound effects more and more. We began to do pickups and more fighting fall, as was evidenced between Orochimaru and Sasuke's fist fight. We began to toy a lot more with ideas and random ideas like Call Me Maybe and Kakashi's mask and face reveal and everything like that. When RisingAvenged first saw this episode, actually, he's like, you have to change the opening. You have to change it. I'm like, why? It's like, you're copying TFX. With the opening with on the radio. And I'm like, yeah, but
that's the point.
That's the point. And that's not a knock on RisingAvenged at all. But I think that helped reinforce that we're not afraid to shy away from paying tribute to those that paved the way for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. The entire Ninja Bridge joke is literally
a nod.
It's a nod and also effectively a rip of what LK did with his Ninja Bridge.
Yeah, which was please correct me if I'm wrong, a parody of Naruto the Abridged series by Vegeta and Misako.
Yeah. Which he started by basically doing Ninja Clash.
Yeah.
Because they took so long to bring it out.
Yep.
And that's how he spawned off his thing.
That's right. Yeah.
That was the entire reason it came. But from my understanding, it came out. Obviously, he's friends with them and all this stuff. But he was just like poking fun and was wanting to do something to just mix things up from doing Yu-Gi-Oh. So I think
please correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah,
okay.
I think he was in the Noah arc at that point. I think he needed to do something different.
Yeah,
because the Noah arc is a long arc.
Yeah,
for being a filler arc.
Yeah, it is. Fucking great filler arc, though.
Yeah.
What else about this episode can we talk about? I think this episode's really, really straightforward in what it does. But I think it was a testament to our goal because Land of Waves, anyone could have done that.
Yes.
But we took the Forest of Death into 14 minutes, 50 seconds and said, here's the Forest of Death.
Mm-hmm.
We can actually compress this and compress it successfully, tell a succinct story. And I think if this hadn't worked, we would have stopped the series after episode 5.
Yeah.
Episode
5 scripting or episode 5, episode 5?
Episode 5.
Okay.
And that's because episode 5 had such a really great endpoint. Like, we could have ended the series there. And, like, we just would have been done, would have had our fun. But it was just written so beautifully that we could do that. And then, of course, we had success and we kept doing it and we had a great time. And now we're working on Shippuden and 02 and... but yeah, and then it was as of this episode as well, we started doing a, hey, please subscribe right at the end. Which sticks around for all of Naruto and for Digimon, all of Naruto Season 1, all of Digimon Season 1, and then we stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really...
Wasn't doing anything.
It wasn't doing anything. It was increasing the length of episodes. It was increasing production time.
Lowering retention as well, because it means that if people drop off in the last 30 seconds, it means it lowers the overall retention.
Which fucks with the algorithm.
Exactly.
It's also why we try not to do post-credit scenes, because credits start and then people... Okay, episode's over, see you later.
Yeah, we're not Marvel.
Yeah, but sometimes there's key things that we put in the post-credit scenes as well. So... but yeah, that was episode 2. I didn't have anything else to add about this one. I think it's I think it's a testament to our endeavors, and we'll see you next time for episode 3, which is of course Lee versus Gaara. A few other fights happen, but Lee versus Gaara, let's be honest.
Yeah, let's face it. Yeah.
Alrighty, see you guys later. Bye.